How many galactic empires are there? Are aliens real? In part 1, using the Drake equation, we saw that our galaxy could be home to millions of civilizations. But here's the problem. Once they start expanding, they can't avoid running into each other. And when civilizations meet, history shows us conflict, conquest, or consolidation is inevitable. So here's the question. If this Darwin filter is at work across the Milky Way, how many would be left standing? Hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, or even fewer? There's a simple way to find out, so stay tuned. Starting point, 4 million civilizations. In part 1, we estimated about 4 million alien civilizations would emerge across the Milky Way. With that many players on the board, the average separation is only about 150 light years. Expansion is inevitable. Not for all, but for enough to seed the larger pattern. Some civilizations will fail before reaching the stars, whether from technology limits or the Great Filter. But with millions of starting points, even a small fraction that succeed is still thousands of spacefaring civilizations. And with numbers that large, statistics take over. The fine details of who started first or who failed don't matter. What emerges is a clear, predictable pattern. The law of first contact. Once civilizations begin expanding, their borders can't grow forever. At some point, neighbors collide. And when two civilizations meet on the frontier, the outcome is always the same. Two become one. Whether through conquest, merger, or vassalage, the result is a single expanding power. Even a long stalemate works the same way, because two rivals locked on a frontier are forced to share limited resources, slowing their growth until one side absorbs the other, or eventually they merge. This process repeats again and again until a new balance begins to emerge, when the map is divided among a smaller number of large empires and further consolidation slows to a crawl. Consolidation. If the law of first contact holds, then the math is simple. Every time civilizations meet on the frontier, two become one. And timing doesn't change the outcome, because if one of those 4 million potential civilizations hasn't even emerged yet, its planet will already have been claimed by a neighbor before intelligent life ever gets the chance to appear. After the first round of encounters, the total number of independent players is cut roughly in half. After the next round, it's halved again. And this cycle keeps repeating, millions of civilizations steadily reduced to fewer and fewer empires. The process continues until the average spacing between empires grows so large that frontier encounters are no longer the dominant force. Final count, a new stability. After enough rounds of conquest, the game changes. Empires grow so large that encounters with new rivals become rare, and the halving process slows to a crawl. At this stage, the galaxy stabilizes, carved up by a limited number of dominant powers. The surprising part is that the starting number doesn't matter. Whether we begin with millions or billions of civilizations, the rounds of consolidation keep halving until the empires reach their stabilization point. In our estimate, that point corresponds to an average empire with a radius of about 8,300 light years. This becomes the new number in the extended Drake equation, the one you must choose for yourself to make your own estimate. Using a galactic radius of 50,000 light years, our calculation suggests that only about 36 great empires can share the Milky Way. The next filter, expansion rates. We've extended the Drake equation to ask how many empires survived the Great Consolidation, and our estimate is about 36 across the Milky Way. But remember, those surviving empires have been expanding since the very beginning. And here's the twist. All expansion is really a replication process. Join us for Are Aliens Real? Part 3, where we extend the Drake equation again to explore expansion rates for replicators. Because this creates another filter, one that decides not just how many empires exist, but how many could ever reach us here on Earth.